Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Bama Standard. I'm Justin Riley, your host, and tonight, as always, we are brought to you by Workspace Solutions and Oakmont Financial Partners, LLC. And before you do anything else, I want y'all to hit that like button and subscribe. Also, check us out on social media at the Bama Standard on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you want to see any of our previous episodes before we came to TDA, go to the Justin Riley Network YouTube page. Guys, with me, as always, is a living legend. His name is forever etched in the Bryant-Denny Stadium walls, and that's Mr. Marvin Constance, and the senior analyst of Touchdown Alabama Magazine, Stephen M. Smith. What's going on, fellas?
We good, man. We good. What's going on with y'all?
That's what's up. That's what's up. Happy after Memorial Day. I hope y'all had a good one.
It was good, man. It was good. Good time. With family, saluting some veterans, eating some barbecue.
Now, I saw based on your pictures that you had a pretty good one, probably better than most of us, with your bride to be.
Yeah, that was good also.
With the hashtag Smith is it.
Yeah.
Glad you enjoyed yourself because I was at home doing nothing.
Oh, man. Well, listen, we have a good show tonight. We're starting a little bit late. Stephen M. Smith, if you would, go ahead and give an introduction of all introductions to our guest who is in the waiting room.
Absolutely. I mean, this is not a guest. This is my brother. This is family. I've had a chance to be in his gym a couple of times. This is the grinder, the original grinder right here. But he on that grind every day, not only getting the next generation in order, but he even, inspiring me to get myself in order also in that gym right. So I got to give it up to one of the original national champions of that Nick Saban squad, 09, my boy, the General, Mike the Maestro McCoy in this thing, man. Get Mike McCoy one time.
Hey, what's up? Man, what an intro.
Hey, Mike, I got to give you props. If you had Stephen M. Smith ready to work out, you doing something. Because that boy been rocking that truck driver body forever.
Hell, bro.
Hey, he made me sound like I'm important, man. But I appreciate the love, man. I appreciate y'all having me on.
Yeah, I even wore the cutoff for you. You know what I'm saying? You can see the old.
Hey, come on, man. Hey, you always been a Black Johnny Bravo, man. You always been
Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to hold it down for all the middle-aged men out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And there's hope past 40. Don't give up.
And Mike, you bring up a very good point right there. Anytime we have someone on that's kind of fitness related, who's swole by nature, Marvin's always going to wear this cutoff shirt to kind of, step up to the plate with you guys. So consider it a compliment.
Man, believe it or not, I get burned out. So right now, these next 2 months, I may not even touch a weight, man. I've been hooping, man. I didn't get back to my roots, so. Just sweating like that. But, hey, they still here now in case these little youngsters want to try me now.
You got to keep them. You got to keep them.
Before we kind of jump into it, speaking of that, man, has any of those guys tested you, want to see if you still got it, think you're the old man?
Come on, man. I keep my cleats in my car now. I got size 14 Jordan in that car. Yeah, they ready to go. They ain't called me, my nickname went Kobe for nothing.
I will say this, though. I follow a lot of the guys who played at Bama, and I like to follow them closely because I like to see all my guys doing well. So it's always a blessing, man, to see you posting these kids getting these offers and they moving on. A lot of these people don't understand how powerful that opportunity is to get a chance to play at that next level, especially if you're getting that chance to go do it for free because their student loan debt is real, man. So you have impacted so many lives, man. So I'm going to say thank you to you first and foremost because, again, that's not an easy job to impact that many lives and to do it consistently. You constantly raising that bar, man. So keep doing what you're doing. Don't let nobody change you. Don't let nobody make you even think differently about what you're doing. Keep being great and doing what you're doing.
I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that, man. I'm going to do my best. That's what my purpose is. So God granted me this, man. I fell in love with it. And, man, it's year 9 for me, man. I helped over 200 kids get to the next level, man. So that's all I can ask for.
Man.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Yeah.
That should be in a book. That should be in a book right there.
So let me say this. Nick always talking about how much money his players have made in NFL. How much money have you saved kids with scholarships?
Oh yeah, that's a great question.
Man, it's a believe it or not, man. It's right before y'all came in. I got a kid that just came in to hug me because today his last session before he got up out here. Going to Jacksonville State, single parent mom. You know how we grow up, man. Single parent. Daddy don't want nothing to do with him, man. Just came to hug me. We just had a word. That's like, oh, bro, you got to go. I love you. I said, I'll call you tomorrow. But that's what it is, man. I had one guy. The biggest story that I kind of just jumped to it. I had a kid that was trying to go walk on at Alabama State. And he had a arm full of tattoos. I'm like, bro, what you going to do after you play football? He said, I'm going to be a doctor. I said, man, you can't even get through a workout. You ain't mentally tough to get through my session. I said, I tell you what, you do this for 2 months, maybe you'll get a shot at that thing we call real life. I haven't seen the kid in 4 years. I can't make this up. I saw him 4 years. I saw him about 7 months ago. He came up here. He texted me out of the blue, Coach Mike, you at the gym? I said, of course. Pulled up to me, said, I just got accepted to med school.
Wow.
That's what it's all about, man.
Wow.
See, so this is what I want you to do. I want you to create a new advertisement, and you take them 200 and some kids whose lives you didn't impact to get them to college, multiply that times 100,000, and let that be your new advertisement, because that's got to be some millions.
Yeah, but one thing about it, let me tell you why I don't advertise. And people, my wife, and everybody say, man, you crazy, man. I only want a certain kind of kid in here, man. I'm not for everybody. I want a kid that got a chip on his shoulder, that's been picked last, that, hey man, I'm married to the game. Cause when you're married to it, you ain't gonna cheat on yourself. That goes far beyond just playing ball. Them grades gonna match that work ethic. You know what I'm saying? How you do things. Do you talk to the janitor like you talk to somebody who got money? So it's different over here, man. We blue collar workers over here, man.
You know, that within itself is impressive, because I'll tell you this. That's one thing that a lot of people don't understand. Like when I'm talking to my team, no matter whether I'm talking to the IT director, if I'm talking to somebody else, if I'm talking to the janitor, I talk to them all the exact same way, with that exact same respect and the pleasantness. There's too many people out here who not pleasant and rude and creating that bad culture, man. So the fact that you are breeding and you are making sure and holding people to that culture, brother, man, again.
I appreciate it, man.
And he said it. He said himself, many are called, but few chosen.
That's it. Yeah. Many are called, but only few are chosen.
Speaking of the culture being created, the NIL culture has created quite an uproar. How do you keep those kids grounded in your training facility as they're preparing for the next step, and where money isn't their main motivator? How do you kind of keep those people level-headed and focused on the right things? Or does it even come up?
It does come up quite often. Like my mom told me, she said, baby, you can still be a giant in the mirror, but your feet on the ground. You can still be up there. You can still be a dog, but you still got to be humble at the same time. And like I tell all these boys, that money ain't longevity, and that NFL stands for not for long. I'm not going to sell you no dreams. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. It's only about 4 or 5 guys on that team who really getting that check. And until you sign that second or that third contract, you ain't getting no money. And what hurts me about this NIL deal with college football is, bro, you creating monsters. And what I mean by that, you got a kid that's coming from where we came from, a low poverty area, and now you giving this guy $10,000 to $15,000 a month. Bro, you have taken away that hunger for that kid. That $10,000 is $1 million to him. That was his whole purpose of going to play college ball. So mama didn't have to work no more. So when that check ain't coming in, you already know you got a different hunger when you're chasing that check.
Yeah.
You got a different work ethic. Now I got it. Oh, I'm coasting. I'm on cruise control. Now these coaches.
I got it at 17, 18, 19.
And if you make more money than your folks, you broke, man. What you gonna tell me?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Same thing. They can say the same about their coaches too. Some of these guys can be making more than their coaches. So how the coaches control that?
And then we got to think about you taking away. Now, early on, you're not going to talk about a college kid because he's still an amateur. He's not being paid. Now, if I'm cutting you a check, I expect you to perform at a certain level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, now you are making these guys literally professionals now.
But Mike, you know that this all began, Mike, when they made scholarships 1 year renewable. A lot of people don't realize that. That's when they start to set the stage for this. So you telling me you can cut me and take my scholarship after 1 year now? That's when because again, they started treating it like a business. So if you want to treat it like a business, then let's truly treat it like a business.
Talk to me. And now what you have created is, I think, now don't get me wrong, I think everybody should be paid but compensated. But nobody's talking about these 1099 these boys finna have to start paying them taxes. You know what I'm saying?
Here we go.
Open this door.
Hey,
come on in. Let's open that door.
Mike, go ahead and give them a lesson on write-offs. Hey, you better save every receipt for every.
They better go on right now and get a QuickBooks. That's what they better do. Because they're going to be in a hill of beans. They're going to be in some trouble if you don't manage that money right. I'm going to tell you now, he's going to get there. They're going to get theirs, but I just think you're going to cause division amongst that room, man. What about the O lineman? That's not a sexy position. What about the D lineman? That's not a sexy position. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
It's not. It's a grimy linebacker. Man, he had over 120 tackles. But you didn't see it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's not sexy. Only the receivers, DBs, a running back's going to get the luxury.
Well, we can get a perspective on that. Stephen F. Smith was a holder.
Bruh, come on now. I was the kicker for real.
How many times did that ball hit you in your face? I know them glasses were crooked. You probably missed
Man,
more
bro.
than
Stop, bro.
Speaking of lens,
I was kicking that.
we got somebody in the chat here. El Meher Barbero says, Stephen, your lenses seem a little bit wider this week.
See, I upgraded my lens crafters NIL, so I got the money. I got the money back up with the lens crafters.
You'd have been the perfect holder for Rodrigo Blankenship over there in Georgia.
Hey, look, hey, bruh. I tried to tell Kirby. He wouldn't listen.
Hey, Marvin, you got Steven and Rodrigo.
You can't see it either. How y'all gonna help each other? Like the blind leading the blind here.
Hey,
Marvin.
We would have made it though.
Plus, if you saw Stephen M. Smith and Rodrigo Blankenship next to each other, you swear they were the poor man's Dudley Boys.
Boy, like an episode of Three Blind Mice. Hey, boy, you make me break out some science terminology, rare fraction, and the whole how the glass is bending light over there.
Hey, bro. Love it, though. Love it.
That's it.
Well, one thing I got to bring up, we talked about a little bit before y'all came on, and that was Jerry Jeudy has been cleared of all charges. He is
Thank
done.
God.
He's a free man. Guys, I want to get your thoughts on this whole situation. My first thing that comes to mind is show me your friends and I'll show you your future. You know, same can be said about your significant other. Mike, I'll let you start. What do you communicate to your guys about who you associate with and also who you date, you know, as far as it affecting your future?
I always tell them it's hard to be great at two things. Something's going to lack somewhere. Can't be a great business owner and a great husband. At some point, you got to choose. And if I want to play in the NFL at the highest level, why do you need a girlfriend? It's just simple. I can't focus. It's hard to get out that bed with that thigh on you. Every last one of y'all know that. You know what I mean? It's hard to get out that bed with that thigh on you. And I tell them I'm up front with them. I say your woman is a reflection of you. And is she with you because of what you can do for her, or is she with you because she loves you? Right. And my mom always told me trouble easy to get into, but hell to get out of. So choose wisely. That is just that simple, man. But we had that real conversation all the time, man. Leave them girls alone. If you got 4 years, man. Think about it. You got 12 games to get to the next level. That's 48. You ain't got no time to waste. As the old people say, time winding on up. You better get it.
Yeah.
You better get it.
Yeah, you're right. Now, Marvin, you're always advocating for preparing these guys for life, and not just the money, and not just being able to take on that which was required of an adult, but how important is it to communicate to them about relationships? Like, we see what's going on with Jerry Jeudy. We saw Reuben Foster get affected by a girl that was nothing but drama, and kind of, to be honest, kept him out of the league for a while. But what are your thoughts on teaching these kids about the relationship factor?
Well, you know what, real quick though, the thing that I live by and that I impress upon people that are close to me, if they aren't uplifting you, they aren't your friends. If they aren't bringing value to you, they aren't your friends. And when I say value, I ain't talking about giving you nothing. I'm talking about in terms of what do they bring to the table. So, like, I can call one of my friends, Darnell, he owns a neurology clinic. Another one owns a law firm. I got several that are IT project managers. I got another one that's a pilot for Delta. So, again, when you surround yourself with people who are successful and striving to be great, they not going to let you do nothing stupid. Because the moment you do something stupid, they're going to look at you like, what the hell going on? That's not what we do. So when you surround yourself with the right type of people, it pushes you to be just that much greater. And then on the other hand, you surround yourself with a bunch of knuckleheads, you're going to do knucklehead stuff. I mean, it's real simple.
All right.
They said in the business journal I read, your 5 closest peers are you make within $10,000 to $15,000 of each other. So,
Oh, okay.
like I tell these boys, crackheads hang out with who?
Crackheads.
Millionaires hang out with who?
Millionaires. Yeah.
You better choose wisely.
I mean, but that's a true statement, though. Like, man, and a lot of them don't get that because they so content on this is what I grew up in, this my block, this my hood. Yeah, that's where you grew up at, but that don't mean you have to stay in those circumstances. It's called growth. Everybody who came with you can't go with you. It's okay to leave people behind.
All right.
I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right. Not everybody who came from where you're from is cheering for you. First and foremost, they're going to come and see what they can get out of you. There's a difference between life givers and life takers. Yeah, who's pouring life into you? Who's taking life out of you? So,
and that's the thing that so many of them get caught up into, this whole loyalty thing. Loyal to the hood.
Right.
Why are you loyal to a poor neighborhood that you don't even own?
Even your favorite rappers are not even loyal to their hood.
Exactly. You loyal to some hood that, again, you probably renting, or if you're on Section 8 or something, why are you loyal to that? I be trying to get far away from that as possible. I would keep that in my rearview mirror and wouldn't look back.
And it's funny is that the people back in their hood, back at home, are labeling them as a sellout because they've gotten to this level of success, but they aren't too far behind when they need to hold a little something. It's amazing that the thought process amongst their closest people who they think are loyal to them.
I've seen it happen to so many, man. As you grow, take what comes with the growth. You cannot grow and still hold on to the earth. If you're still holding on to the earth, you're not growing.
Absolutely. You're right on that. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the next portion, and that's talking about summer workouts. People are reporting. And, guys, before we kind of start talking about Alabama players directly, I want to get some stories as far as your experiences. What was like when the both of you reported to summer workouts? What you were feeling like, what your mindset was like, all that good stuff. Marvin, I'll let you go ahead and start, man. Coming out of Central, doing your thing, what was it like going in those summer workouts?
Well, Coach Dubose.
Summer workouts were actually easy for me. I think I came into summer workouts more prepared than 99% of most athletes leaving high school. I was in great shape. I was benching 460, squatting over 600 pounds. So, and because in high school playing for Buzz Busby, he made sure that we took pride in fitness and being in great shape. So my high school, we had a 400-pound bench press club. We had a 600-pound squat club. We had a 400-pound power clean club. So, I mean, he made sure we took pride in being in the best shape we can be in. And that's why we dominated the way we dominated on the field. So for me, the transition was easy, you know, because he worked us so hard. It was just like another step, another day.
I hear you. Mike, what about for you, man?
Now look, I ain't got no story like that, benching no 400 and squatting. Look,
No,
I ain't even sweating in high school. Let me tell you something. I was a basketball player. I'm finna one-on-ones. I'm finna kill you. I'm in great shape. I can run like a deer. But my first workout, I didn't know how to clean. So, you know, we did 2 sets of 10 on everything. It's intro. So I'm nervous, you know, being from the country, whatever, fan in Mississippi. So, you know, my first day, I was like, oh, I killed that. That's all. We good. Then they said, no, we outside. We got 40-40s. Y'all playing, right? We ain't finna run no 40-40s. This is before they had got their upgrade. This is where they had that old turf. This is when Rocky Coburn and Coach TJ was out there.
Oh, man.
Look, man, come on, man. You can get gone. So my first day was hell, man. First day was hell, and my first tour day was hell. I tried to go home. Tried to go home.
You know, it's funny.
Ready for the heels, Mike.
Man, look, man, it was so hot out there. Man, my first tour day, and people underestimate Coach Schuler, man. Coach Schuler practice was long and drawn out, and you would be on period 18, and he'll start that sugar honey iced tea all the way over, man. I got time for that, man. I'm already getting dogged, but I got Wesley Snipes dogged during the summertime, man. You see his teeth and eyes, man. I got time for that, man.
Hey, so mine. Okay, this one was crazy because I remember. I think this was the 2015 summer camp that I was at. 2015 summer workouts. This was when Cooper Bateman was trying to take that starting job from Jacob Coker. And I'm out there. I think this was one of the scrimmages. And so Cooper Bateman going to drop back and try to throw a slant post to Cam Sims. Cooper going to overthrow Cam. The ball hit on the ground, bounce up, and get me right in the balls.
How did you not see that, sir?
You should have seen that yesterday.
Seriously. Cooper Bateman is dropping back.
Oh, you didn't know which ball to pick up because probably it's like about 5 balls. You were trying to figure out which one the real one.
Pick the two in the middle, Steve.
Bro, Cooper Bateman gonna roll out the pocket, right? No good and well he ain't finna hit Cam Sims. Gonna overthrow Cam Sims by 2 feet. The ball gonna bounce off the ground, get me. I'm on the ground like, is anybody gonna stop practice? Coach gonna look at me, then look back at Bateman.
I can see you now on the ground, Steve. Franken beans.
Man, I was so messed up, man. I'm looking like Marvin. The worst part though, I look over at the UA compliance department. They like, Steve, go ahead and get up. You ain't dead. Just go ahead and get up, bro.
Yeah.
That right.
That's it.
I'm looking dead at the compliance department. Like Ashley, Josh, Max, and they also there look smiling. You ain't dead. Just go ahead and get up, bro. Like,
that's right. That's right.
You survived.
Hey, before you got there, Mike, I heard there's this story concerning you and Tim Hawthorne. Y'all on a recruiting visit, and some DB was talking trash to you. And apparently you had to show him why he needed to shut up. Man, tell us that story.
Man, so Tim Hawthorne, man, that's a good guy, man. He ended up going to Auburn. Well, man, Coach Cheese had pulled it. Coach Cheese is the reason why I went to Alabama. If anybody knows, that's the whole reason. He's the only one who got me to come to Alabama.
Charlie Harbison, baby.
That's the guy. Then he got me to Bama. I hate when I'm still sick. That's a whole nother story, but that's my guy. That's the guy. But man, we had gotten invited to the camp, man, and this DB, and this is the mega camp. I'm talking about there's at least about 500 kids there, and we just doing our thing on one side because me and Tim were bought in for that practice, like that workout. It was like, we want y'all two here. Y'all are our top 5 guys. You are number 1 and you are number 2. And they say, hey, you are handpicked and you are chosen. So you had a boy from Florida. He over there selling wolf tickets. I'm talking cash, money. And literally, Coach Cheese pulled us to the side and said, hey, man, I need you to shut this guy up. So the whole camp shuts down. And they are watching me and Tim go one-on-one with Buddy. Tim gave him the work. And then I hit him with a mean 2-piece, called it, and looked back at him. Next thing I know, Shula called me over there and said, what's your name, boy? Come on, man. You already know who I am, man. But anyways, go and give me that offer I need. Got the rapping, and that's how it happened, man.
That's what's up.
That's how it happened, man. But, yeah, man, that's how it happened. DB was talking. He said, you put anybody in front of me, I'm going to lock them down. I know you ain't talking to me. Right.
He wasn't ready for. He wasn't ready for Fannin, Mississippi, was he?
Nah, he ain't. Them Florida boys ain't built the same, man.
Not at all. They don't drink out the hose pipe down there.
They don't. Yeah,
oh man! Speaking of
man.
summer workouts and summer training, I'm looking at guys like from our day, Marvin Salim Rashid, and then Minka Fitzpatrick, Jalen Waddle, and Will Anderson. And that propelled them into a starting role. What do these guys need to do who are coming in to wow the coach and possibly earn that starting job?
Throw Malachi Moore in there too.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Malachi Moore.
I don't think it's as hard as it used to be. I think these boys would rather be more famous than rich nowadays. So all you really got to do is outwork the next man. These boys ain't built like that no more. These boys ain't willing to just say, man, hey, when I hit you in the mouth, are you going to hit me back? They cowered up. And honestly, you got a lot of coaches scared to raise their voice at these boys because they're scared they're going to transfer, man. So
right.
you making a rich, soft generation. As the smarter we get, the weaker we get. And we just got to bring back that old groove, man. Like, for instance, I got Jeremiah Alexander and Kobe Prentice in here. I don't post nothing. I don't want nobody to see them working. Because I said, y'all going to have that Kobe Bryant mentality. I need that Julio Jones mentality. I need an Aaron Rodgers mentality. I said, you can have that Cam, and they going to show you everything, the glitz and gam. I said, this is the art of war. We ain't showing nothing. And I said, that's just like me. If everybody knows I'm a business owner, but you have to really know me to know my wife and my son. You got to know me to know them. I said, we stay out the way, man. It's chess over here, not checkers.
You right, man. And you do not see that killer mentality like you used to. Like, we used to be in practice, game, wherever. I'm looking like, whose soul I'm about to take right now? Every play, I was out to take somebody's soul from them. And I made my teammates hated practicing against me because they knew I wasn't taking no plays off. Every day that dude walk on that field, he finna give you everything he got. And you don't see that these days. Like, man, Dubos used to stay mad because I used to end practice with a fight at least once a week for messing somebody up, and then they mad, and I'm bulldogging them in the dirt. But you don't see that level of mentality no more. These
especially, guys, especially Sean Alexander.
Man, Dubos, we used to be in practice. Dubos, stay off of Sean. I told you better get his ass out of here because as long as he in here, his ass gonna catch it just like everybody else. Man, listen, I'm telling you, man, Freddie Millens, Terry Jones Jr., Sean, I didn't discriminate. I didn't care who it was. And I think me and Freddie fought more than anybody else because, he wanted to be a little pretty boy wide receiver, and he thought everybody was just going to worship him. I push his ass, throw him down, give him the same work. He would jump up, he want to fight him and all the rest of the receivers. I don't care nothing about that. Let go.
But that's what you're supposed to do. It's one-on-ones. Man, look, they'll tell you, my first year, I fought every day in practice. You got something to say? Hey, bro, all that lip jab out the window, square up. These boys ain't built like that. They don't know how to squabble no more. And even back then, like, man, you had another jersey on, bro. You on the other side. These boys, they have taken the initiation process out of being a player. These boys are cuddled. They are, you got old men that's tougher than these boys, man. These boys don't know nothing about work. All they want to do is be seen. Take a picture of me so I can put it on the ground.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Man, you going to see, watch this year. After these boys get paid, Watch how many boys start sitting out in regular season games because they injured or they hurt. Watch what I tell you. Watch it change.
Hey, you bring up a very good point. Are we going to come to that? Are we going to get to the point to where some players sit out for multiple games or maybe even hold out because they're not getting quite enough?
But you know what,
they ain't
Mike?
finna mess up their money. They ain't gonna put out no bad film.
Mike, you brought up a very interesting point that makes me think so much deeper because no judgment, I gamble a lot. I bet on a lot of games. And with them being paid, if that does happen, that you got players sitting out of games, now you're affecting Vegas, you're affecting sports books. So do they start publishing injury reports now? Because for so long, that has been a staple of college football, not knowing who's playing versus who's not playing and game planning. So you're looking at changing the whole dynamic of game planning in college now because, again, when you start talking about money, these sports books are going to want injury, who's playing, who ain't playing, because it's going to start affecting these lines.
Man, look, these kids are gullible. We already know who run Vegas anyways, man. Gonna be some thumbs and fingers broke around here. I can tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
You better get it together. Hey, these folks don't play about their money, man. And I think, man, what is gonna happen is you're gonna take away that natural competitor. Like I think what's gonna happen is gonna turn to the wild, wild west. Who's gonna go to the highest bidder? And the Power Five is gonna have to create their own little team. They're gonna have to create their own little genre, whatever, where they only play against each other.
And what's crazy is Greg Sankey and Coach Saban already thinking that way right now.
All right, and I'm gonna tell you, hey, they better. Well, we ain't gonna get into that prime talk. We ain't gonna talk about that. We'll leave that for another day. That's off camera. That's us drinking a beer together.
I hear you. I do want to touch on a couple things you said. Before I do that, got to give a shout out to Jamie Wilhelm, $4.99 in the super chat. We appreciate the love, brother.
Let's go, Jamie.
That's what's up.
He just bought Stephen F. Smith some new glass cleaners.
There we go.
Hey, man.
Your donations make a difference.
I got them glass cleaners it is, but I appreciate that, Jamie. Appreciate it.
So my follow-up question to you, Mike, is what was the buy-in process like when Coach Saban first arrived? And fast forward till now, is it much easier for them to buy into him, or is it much harder because of the NIL?
That's a tough question. I think when Coach Saban got there, he changed the culture. I don't think that we always had the players. But I think Coach Saban brought in a new morale. When you come in and you change everything and you say, hey, you have a clean slate. Because Coach Shula Dre was one of the only freshmen I know who he started. And me, Woodall, and Javi we traveled with the team. They didn't do it much. So that was supposed to be a big thing, So either I was always the number one or number two, unless I was in the doghouse like I did quite often. But I think the buy-in process, what is happening, I think it's going to be harder for Coach Saban because he has so much turnover. You don't know who your coach is going to be. And people don't realize, in order to make it to the NFL, the cars really do have to line up. And I mean, not just make it to have a stable career to the NFL.
Hey, man, hold on. Time out. Since you saying that, what do you think about Pete Gold and how he's affecting these defensive players?
Here we go.
Look at the past guy. Do you feel like Pete is downgrading these boys' draft stock? We did not have a defensive player drafted in the first round this year, man. If you notice the past 3 years, our defensive player stock has been doing this.
I think that man, I'm going to tell you something. And I learned this from one of my ministers. He's a minister. He said, you got to connect before you correct. And when you don't have a lot of skin in the game, these boys going to look you up. They're going to Google you. They're going to see are you about what you're talking about. And the real recognize the real. So you can't do what you're teaching. You can just tell me how to do there. Because if I see something, that's like my receiver coach after Coach Cheese left, he was Pooh Cheese. I'm talking about, couldn't coach his way out of the circle. I mean that. I ain't going to even call his name. I ain't going to give him no credit. So when you got him, he told us straight up, I was a walk-on. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But I'm here because my dad got me this job. So you immediately lost the respect of everybody in the room.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if that was the case, AC Carter should have been a receiver coach. Tim Bowen should have been a receiver coach. Somebody who I know, hey, coach, on this bang 8, it's called bang 8 for a reason. When you come out there slant, the ball going to be on you. Otherwise, it's hello. He kissing you in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? So they don't understand that. Well, this is what the sheet says. This is what it's not. That's not what they're showing out there. And so the biggest thing is Coach Saban is going to have a consistent track record because it's too much volume being overturned.
Hey, man,
so
you still ain't answered my question about
no, man, he ain't getting the job done. You know that man can't coach, man.
Well, let me ask the question, Marvin, Mike. Who is on the bigger hot seat in your mind and has to prove it this season? As far as assistant coach, Pete or Bill O'Brien?
Pete?
Nah, Bill O'Brien gonna make it do what it do. When you got an O-line, man, look, I can play quarterback in that offense. I ain't no shot to Bryce. Now, hey, tremendous respect. Hey, man, you gonna get the job done. Hey, I'm pulling for you. But look, man, you in there, you got that offensive line, you got those NASCARs on the side, and you got a stacked backfield. How can you fail? How can you fail?
But you know what? They say the same thing about a defense. How you have all that talent and we letting people run the score up on us.
No more dogs, man. What you mean? Come on, man. Hey, I'm from the country. It's a difference between a game pit and a bullet pit. It's two different. That bullet pit got all the muscles. He got got them ears cropped, look like he'll get down. Them stars don't mean nothing to them when you get up between them lines, man. Who are ranking these guys? Who are ranking these? I just had a parent to tell me, hey, we're going to the rivals camp. For what?
For what?
Go to the source. Go in front of these coaches. What you going to a rivals camp for? Well, we're going to Under Armour camp. For what? What are you Ain't no. I said,
man.
Is a recruiter going to be there from any school? No, sir. So why are you going?
Here's my philosophy on that. Earn it on the field. I didn't go to any camps in high school. You want to see me? I'm going to show you on Friday night what it's all the hype's about. Here you go, right here live and in person. You can come to my practice and see it. I wasn't going to no camp. You can come see this in real life action, and I'm going to show you I'm going to give you the show.
Well, I agree, but also nowadays times a little different. But like I tell a lot of these boys is go to the source. Go make an impression in front of their coaches. If you want to go to that school, go prove you belong at that school.
Because you got to understand. Like, I played at Central, and I had guys ahead of me that went, Division I. So anytime I seen, all these coaches from all over the country there, I was already giving them that work. But when I seen, the Alabamas, the Florida States, the Miamis, I turned it up even higher than I thought I could turn it up. I like, listen, man, you want the show? I'm going to give you the show.
Now, they weren't coming to Northwest like that now. Before
no, they weren't.
They weren't doing it.
No.
Hey, I got to go now. We didn't change the culture now. I'm coming to your living room. I'm going to give it to you now. But, go ahead.
I was blessed, man. I had some guys ahead of me. Jason Jones, he went to Alabama. Antonio Williams was the National Player of the Year. So he had every college in the country come and look at him. Kelf Bailey was in the top players 100 in the country. And they were all ahead of me. So
we weren't doing that.
Right. So, all the scouts was already at the practice. So I'm like, let me show y'all what's really going on.
That's right.
Y'all over here.
That's it.
Hey, Marvin, Nick Saban Jr. says that Pete Golden is on the rise.
He's on the stairway to heaven and shit. What you going to? Get to the fight to another team? Man, that guy is horrible, man. I'm sorry, man. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think Mike understands this more than most. When you play football, Michael tell you are a reflection of your coach. And when you playing linebacker, that is one of the most difficult positions to play. Playing linebacker, you need a coach who got that dog in him, who understand what you're doing, who can truly teach you how to do what you're doing. Jeff Rousey was my position coach. He was great at what he did. He was one of the best linebackers in the world before he messed up his knee. So he taught me all the technical skills that I needed, as well as he had that fire and that grind that kept me motivated. If you're not motivating these kids and teaching them the fundamentals, playing linebacker, it ain't gonna happen.
So that's again. So what he said, if everybody don't understand, that's why you have a guy like Todd Bates, who was recruiter of the year. Why you think Freddie Roach bringing all these boys in here? Because not only can I talk X's and O's with you, you can pull me up, you can look me up. Half these shrimp coaches, half these position coaches. That's why like I was such an advocate of Freddie being the defensive coordinator. Like,
right.
You bit, bro. Like, I know he a dog. Now, you know what I'm saying? He country as a pig gill sandwich, but he gonna get the job done. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that they put guys in a position to win. You go. That's that prime in that conversation we had. Those are the ones that look like us that's gonna sit in there and go talk to grandmama. But you don't put them in a position to win and call the shots. That's the difference.
Yep.
So we're gonna leave that alone.
No, I got you.
Because my whole thing was, why was Charlie Strong? You're not gonna give Charlie Strong an opportunity at this. You gonna let Pete keep pissing it down his leg? You're not even gonna give Charlie a chance.
Man, look, and they can only stay in the dog. You know, if you a player, you only gonna sit on that sideline for so long.
And I'm honestly,
I'm quite a player. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, I'm honestly quite tired of hearing the excuse of, well, defenses are different now because the offensive game has changed. No longer will you be able to hold teams to 10 and 15 points because the way that the offenses have evolved. I think that's a lie. It's a cop-out, to be honest with you.
Man, I'm right there with you. I think at the end of the day, one thing Coach Saban lived by and the principles is do your job, man. I don't think, like what Mark just said, people forget when you play a linebacker, middle linebacker at that, that's what we look for. You ain't looking for nobody else. Where that Mike at? He going to tell me everything I need to know, how I need to adjust this route, run this route. And I probably had two of the best ever to come through there. Well, three of the best. I ain't going to leave you out, Marcus. You was that guy. I had Rolando and I had Dante Hightower.
Right.
People don't realize, like, them boys, 6'4" and a half, 2'6", they ain't making them like that. They can kiss the rim, they can dunk, they can run, and gonna hit you in your mouth. They were big bullets. You know, they're a good kid who got the big heavy hand that just laugh, always rough, like, what's up?
Dante.
Nah, bro, you gotta go to war with them boys. Big country.
Hey, Mike,
you know what I'm saying?
But Mike, can I ask you one question in that though?
Who
was their linebacker coach, and what was his personality like?
Who was the linebacker coach then?
Pruitt, wasn't it?
Yeah, Pruitt was a dog, man.
Yeah, he was.
Pruitt was a dog. But again, Pruitt played. Why Kirby having so much success? Kirby played. It's a player's game, man. So when I'm coming to a kid, I can get on ground level with you. Everything is tonality. A kid who got a dad at home, I don't need to raise my voice. He's a blue-collar worker. I can tell him what to do. But a kid who ain't got no dad at home, I got to know how to come at him direct without him going in the shell. Everything, it ain't just about X's and O's. These boys got outside factors going on as well. And again, you have to connect before you correct. All them doctors that you got in, get somebody that used to play ball at Bama who can come and sit down with these guys. That's what's happening. That needs to happen around the country. Get former players that play and pay them to come in. Hey, man, what's the problem? What's the issue? What's really going on? Don't get no rooted poo doctor to come in who don't look nothing like me, can't explain me, who eat cucumber sandwiches. Bro,
not cucumber sandwiches.
Hey, now Mike, tell me
if I'm wrong. Cucumber sandwich.
Tell me if I'm wrong, Mike. A lot of people talked about Georgia's defense this year, and they always ask me why was Georgia so successful. Kirby being the head coach, he played. Kirby was nice. Will Muschamp, he played.
Oh.
Will was nice. But the thing that both of them still have to this day is what? That energy, that fire. They keep them boys out there on 100. They ain't out there with that nice guy crap, man. You can't be a nice guy as no defensive coordinator, man.
Also, Marvin, the third reason, Scott Cochran at Georgia.
Mm-hmm. But I'm talking about the defense specifically. Bro, if my defensive coordinator was a pansy, man, I'm looking at him like, what is you really trying to tell me? them boys had Will and Kirby over there, and every time you see them on the field, what was it? They was hollering, they was on 100. And then, like Mike said, you go back and you check their credentials, they been there. So when you been there and you got that fire, that's a recipe for success. When you ain't been there and you don't have that fire, what are you really bringing to me?
Mm-hmm. The audience, Mike, I agree. As a school teacher, I have to connect with this generation of soft-minded kids. God.
They so quick to want to text their mom, oh, he hurt my feelings. Man, get that phone.
Man, that was one of the most ridiculous battles I had to face when I was coaching at Homewood. Every day something goes wrong. Well, that don't sound like my kid. You wrong on that. It must have been somebody else. No, it was your kid. Your kid decided to come in here and do this.
That's why they kids still at home in the basement sleeping on the couch.
But again, man, that's like you asked me earlier, man. That's why they don't advertise, man. Again, we all from the South, man. One bad apple will spoil a bunch. And I'm not finna be in for nobody. I had a dad come in and tell me, hey, man, I only want you doing med ball slams and band workouts. I'm sorry, sir. If your son wants to be a college athlete or a college quarterback, he gonna have to do what they do in the weight room. And this may not be the place for you. You can't buy me. So I'm not gonna sell my morals or my 2 C's for nobody. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got.
You're right though, man. That's why I hate going to the gym. Cause you see them same pansies that grew up that are adults now in the gym on their phone, reading newspapers, just in the damn way. Come on, man.
We gotta get this work in, man. They don't know about it. The grind ain't the same, man.
Right.
The grind is not the same.
So, Mike, I got to ask this. You know, y'all were pretty close to winning it all in 2008, but then ran to Florida. How did losing to Florida help y'all that next year? And I'll go ahead and connect it to this team. How did losing to Georgia in the national championship, how's it going to make them better for this coming season?
Again, I don't know if they had the same coaches. We had Burton Burns, you had Coach Williams, you had guys that had been there for a minute. You know what I'm saying? You had Kirby, you had Cochran, you had younger guys. People don't realize how much of a gem that Coach TJ was. I don't know why he still ain't over there. That's sensei right there. That's the player whisperer. Everybody got something going on. That's the old man. When I first got there, I couldn't stand Coach TJ. I couldn't stand him. Coach TJ and Cochran got me in this business. They got me in this business. And I talked to Coach TJ on a regular, man. Like, I talked to him more than I probably talked to anybody from that staff. Just about wisdom. He's like, boy, you know everything I taught you. You don't need me no more. Well, Coach, you like my dad in this right now, so I need to see your thought process. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody know, he gonna hit you. Now, Mike, I'm gonna tell you something. You know how he talk.
You got the facial expressions and everything.
That's the guy, man. When you don't have coaches, I don't know if these coaches are invested because I feel like they get the check and they out. They gonna hit their number and they out. And it's like, how do you keep somebody happy? You keep them happy by making sure they are happy. Now, Coach Saban got to be able to change with the times, man. I don't know. I'm not saying that he hasn't. I'm just saying you got to be able to change with the times and mean and say you got to be ahead of the curve.
I got you.
You got to ask your staff, what do you want? What do you need so I can keep you to stay?
Yeah, you're right. So let me go ahead and ask, what players do you need to see step up? You can name one or you can name multiple to really make this season successful.
Unit.
The entire defensive unit.
Minus Will Anderson.
Minus Will Anderson.
I'm with Marvin on this one. I'm an offensive player. I'm gonna go to the grave being a skilled guy. But that defense win games, man. And you got to get to a point where you're making guys tap out. I don't think they have that motto anymore. And like you said, you're a reflection of your position coach. My staff here, my 3 coaches that I got on the floor here, I don't hire anybody who didn't play college ball.
I completely understand that. Well, guys, I'd hoped that Bo Scarborough would be on tonight because boy's been showing out here in the USFL, back-to-back 100-yard games, and
I think he's somewhere I think he's somewhere doing some high knees. I told him next time you have somebody shoestring tackle you, well, you should have taken it to the house. We're gonna have a problem.
I mean, he had that run, boy. God.
So if I said, "Bo, get your knees up, baby. Get your knees up."
Back-to-back 100-yard games, and he's quickly climbing up the chart of rushers in the USFL. And he's actually number 2 right now in average yards per game. So he has a strong case, maybe finishing the season as the offensive MVP. I'm going to go ahead and put that out there.
I'm going to say this. He's becoming the best move Skip Holtz and the Stallions have made. He's becoming the best move. Because I don't know why in the world you put Magoo at wide receiver the other day. Like, why you put Magoo there?
Am I back on?
Yeah, you're back on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
man.
Bo was doing his thing. Bo was doing his thing Sunday with a makeshift offensive line, who basically were the equivalent of a turnstile. Bo was still doing his thing, and man, gotta give our hats off to him. He's looking good right now. So, Bo, I hate you can't be on. So, but anyway, yeah, you're doing your thing. And it's really funny is that linebacker for Pittsburgh Maulers, Kiava Tuzino, was running his mouth. He's one of those guys mic'd up and talking about how he's going to run Bo's ass over, and quickly those tables turned. So pretty fun stuff to watch. Well, I'm going to turn it over to Marvin to kind of start closing up shop. Marvin, if you would, man, tell us what's going on with 40 Plus Strong, and then how people can get their hands on everything.
Hey, man, go to Amazon. Physical and mental fitness at 40 plus. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, you still got hope over your 40s. Don't give up. You know what I'm saying? You can still get the guns. You can still hold it in the road. It's just a different approach. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand your body at this age. You need more rest than you need work at this age. Your diet is critical to your success at this age. You can't be drinking every day. You can't be taking in all these carbs, all this sugar, and think your body going to process it the same way it used to in your 20s and your 30s. You're going to be around here with a keg looking crazy with that belly hanging over your belt. You got to understand the process. It's completely different at this age, man.
That's what's up. And I want to remind everybody again to follow us on all of our social media at the Bama Standard on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can also find some of our older episodes on our old YouTube channel, the Justin Riley Network. So definitely check that out.
Hey,
Can't leave it.
Mike, you my hero, man. I wanted to be a strength coach so bad, but you know the way my knees set up, man, I couldn't. The knees wouldn't let me be great, man.
You got that IT money, man. Look, I'm in this hot gym. I'm musty as a mule right now. I've been shaking. You know these shirts, when they get hot, I gotta bring it in closer. You know what I'm saying? So look, man, I'm in the trenches all day, every day. You in the cool. You get to work out when you want to. You know what I'm saying? You look like money, man. You look good, man.
Well, I appreciate it, but you're doing what I love and what I wanted to do, though. That's what I would much rather have been doing that.
You still can.
Man, the way these knees set up, I just had knee replacement, sir. I can't demonstrate that. I can't be out there with these young boys.
Hey, man, when the last time Coach C, you have seen Coach TJ demonstrate anything? He's a sensei, man.
Yeah, great point. Great point.
I'm gonna make you do some stupid shit. Now I done told you.
I told your ass.
That needs to be on the.
I gotta get up for these 5 a.m. You finna get it.
So you know me and Junior like best friends. Me and his son, we've been best friends since middle school. So I've been knowing T forever.
That's what's up, man. That's the GOAT, man. I attribute a lot to him and Cochran, man. Them my two guys, man.
Yeah, big T.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll remind you. He said he's gonna retire this year, so we gonna see.
Man,
he been saying he was gonna retire since
every year.
2006, I think he been saying he was gonna retire.
That's when I came in.
He been saying he was gonna retire since like 2005, 2006. But I was talking to Junior, and Junior said, "Yeah, he's serious about it this time." I was like, "Okay, 15, 16 years later, okay."
He needs something to do, man. He needs something to do.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, Junior said he's serious about it this time. So I'm sure they're gonna have some type of retirement party for him, and you're gonna see all of us on show.
All of us there. Yep.
Yeah, they're gonna have to find a big building for that one.
That's it.
Got to give a shout out to some of our Bama guys. Cyrus Jones has his own real estate business there in Atlanta area. If you need a house, holler at our boy Cyrus Jones, Atlanta Luxury Real Estate. Number right there is on the screen.
You better pay that bill.
You better pay that bill. He will pick it off. Repossess that house. Also, DJ Petway Precision Fencing for all your residential and commercial needs. Hit our boy up. Also, if you ever want to help out Kerry Good in his battle against ALS, go help out the Good Foundation, the www.goodfoundation.org. Hit him up about ways that you can contribute. Next week, we got an interesting guest. I'm glad you're going to be here, Marvin. A little bit different than what we've been doing here as of late. We're going to be talking to former Alabama running back Brandon Myree, who actually, who's going to give us all the dirt on giving Marvin that work in practice.
Brandon, you know what Brandon gonna tell you? We stayed far away from that dude as we could. We gonna get we don't want no. I guarantee you, we stayed away from him because he did not discriminate.
But Brandon's got a great story. He started out at Alabama, then transferred to play for legendary coach Walt Harris at Pittsburgh, then did his time in the NFL with the Broncos and the Packers. Now he's a filmmaker, so it'd be great to hear his story. Well, Mike, man, we appreciate you being on with us this long, and always coming in and offering what we definitely need to hear. And if you would, man, tell us how, tell the fans how they can reach you, but also if the fans like what they heard, how they can get on board with what you're doing.
Now, fans, I'm going to tell you loud and clear. If you got a kid who don't drink out the water hose, he ain't no dog, don't send me no lap dogs. Don't waste your time. I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it for the passion. I need kids who got a chip on their shoulder. If you need to contact me, you just send me. I'm on Instagram time to time, not really. It's Mike McCoy 80 _. That's all you need to find me on Facebook. Is Mike McCoy. Send me a direct message, and I respond promptly as I can. If you need to reach me on Google, it's maxperformance.com. So
that's what's up.
If I can help in any way, Mike, man, y'all let me know. What's up?
So I gotta come home in a few weeks anyway. I'm gonna come by your spot. I'm just gonna tell you in advance. I'm gonna bring 100 wings, like 50 lemon pepper, 50 miles. Cause I'm just saying, I don't show up empty-handed. I'm bringing wings when I come.
I thought he was gonna.
I need the book. I'm trying to get right, man. Believe it or not, man. Busy as I am, like again, all I do is get about 30 minutes so I can work out, man. I run. That's about it, man. I got to get on the program, man. I'm looking forward for the book.
I do an hour, man, 4 days a week. That's all I do.
I need it, man. It's hard, man. Yeah,
I'm gonna bring you something when I come down there, but I gotta come to an event down there in Birmingham, man. And while I'm down there, I'm bringing wings too, though.
I thought he was saying.
Let's go, man.
I thought he was gonna catch a workout with you, Mike.
Well, we'll link up for sure. If y'all need anything, fellas, just give me a message. Hit me up.
Yes, sir. Great show, guys. We appreciate you, Mike. Roll Tide, everyone.
Roll
Tide, baby.